Welcome to the Planet Paintball Podcast, the ultimate podcast for paintball enthusiasts. Each week, we dive into the world of paintball, bringing you stories, insights, and tips from players, coaches, and industry insiders. Sponsored by 1023 Sportswear. Looking for high-quality gear that performs as hard as you do? Check out 1023 Sportswear. And as a listener of the Planet Paintball Podcast, you can get 20% off your order with the code PLANETPaintball. Suit up, save big, and play your best.
All right, welcome to the Planet Paintball Podcast. Today I have Meyer from Filthy with me, D4. How you doing today, Meyer?
Good, how are you?
Doing good. How did you find paintball, buddy?
My first time ever playing, I was at my brother's birthday party, and I wasn't really hooked on it then, but I liked it. And then about a couple months later, my dad came into our room and asked me if I wanted to go play paintball with him. So I went there. We stayed for a couple hours, and that's when I got really hooked on it. And then from that, I went to the URPL hosted by Patrick McKenna, and from then on, I was just hooked.
Okay, what about it hooked you?
Just the competitiveness in it. I really like the competitiveness.
All right, so the URPL, kind of explain that to people. What was that?
So it was a 3 versus 3, but it was for youth. It was just kids that weren't too into the sport, but they wanted to go out and play. It was on a smaller field, and they had guns and masks for everyone. You didn't have to really do a lot in order to go. You just showed up.
Okay. So it was like a mini intro to paintball competitive league thing? All right, nice. So how quickly did you go from that to playing your first event?
It was only a couple months. It wasn't very long. I went to the CFOA 3-man D6 as my first event, and we actually won that.
Did you win your first one?
Yeah.
All right. He's a winner, guys. Check out all those medals behind him. So how long did you stay playing 3-man?
Basically for the rest of that season. Then a little bit of D5. 3-man, yeah. Just a little bit of D5 3-man, but also played an NGXL D5.
Okay. I forgot. I thought you had played a NGXL and D5. And then, so that takes us up to what year? Then 23-ish? Okay. So how did the Filthy thing come about for you?
I was midway through 2024. We were going to go to Atlantic City for my brother because he was going to play with a group of people down from the Carolinas. So we were already going, but then they backed out. And my dad saw on the NXL free agents page, Don Colomesta, the owner of Filthy and Quick Shot Speedball, he had put out there that he was looking for a youth player. So my dad talked to him and I got on them. So we went up there, and after we played the first event, we won that at NXL. And then from there on, we've been with Filthy.
Okay. That first year, kind of take us through Atlantic City.
So after that, we decided we were going to go to Chicago after that because we were hooked with them. We originally weren't going to go. We were just going to go Atlantic City, then Cup. But we decided to go to Chicago after that because Colin started playing with them too. And that D4 line got 4th at Chicago.
Nice. So, but you were still playing on the D5 line, right? In the youth?
Yeah, I played D5 in youth at Chicago.
And you're still playing on the youth, right? You got one more year? Okay.
This is my last year.
And then you're also playing D4, correct? Okay. So how's it different in between those two divisions?
People are more smarter and like they think about their moves before they do them in D4. I think it's just more people in D4 have been playing for a lot longer than the kids in youth. So there's more experience there.
All right. And you've made it to the stage a bunch of times with D4. So when was the first time you made it to the big field with? It
was World Cup because at AC they had the blind layout, so it wasn't the same layout. So at AC we had to play in the semi-pro field. So at Cup was my first time on the pro field.
Okay, nice. How was that?
It was exciting. Yeah, I was nervous. Real nervous.
So since then, you've been back to it. Yeah. Most recently, a second place, right, at Tampa. Was it still nervous going out there?
No, I was a lot less nervous. I didn't really think about any about it. I just thought of it as a regular field, honestly. I didn't think much about it.
And you've spent a lot of time in the pro pits, yeah?
Yeah. We help out Infamous as much as we can. That's who we mainly pit for when we have time.
Okay. But who else have you helped out?
I think I've helped out Heat a couple times. I think that's it for me. I know Colin's done a bunch, but he's had more time.
Okay. Since he wasn't playing two divisions like you.
Yeah.
All right, so you make it through World Cup, and then this year you guys doubled back down with Filthy. So, and you're both playing D4, right?
Same line.
How is it getting to play nationally with your brother?
I just feel like we have a connection on the field because we were both playing the snake side of Tampa too, so we were on the same side of the field. And I've been playing with him all my life, so I knew I could trust him.
Okay. So a little bit more trust than your average player.
Yeah,
Who plays the 1? Who plays the 2?
I was playing the 1 and he was playing the 2.
Is that how you guys normally do it, or you switch it up?
I mean, occasionally he'll play the 1 if he needs to, and I'll play the 2. But normally I'm playing the 1.
Okay. Take us through like your guys' prep for Tampa.
So at the end of January, when Tyler Herman came up to Quick Shot, and pretty much all of Filthy was there, and we practiced with him for 2 days there, and then we flew up there for layout weekend, and then we went to
How, because you've done the summer camp, right? You did the summer camp last year. How did the 2 days with Tyler compare to like doing something like the summer camp?
it was a lot more time compressed. Like we didn't have as much time to really work on things. So we just focused on a couple main things like communication and like how to play the bunker.
Okay. What was something that he's taught you that like really made it click for you?
The bottom half of the bunker is so much better than the top.
Okay. Like utilizing that why snapping and stuff?
No, just like being lower because so let's say a Dorito, like the lower you go, the more area you have to play with.
All right. Nice. So take us through Tampa for you.
So we went to a Tyler Harmon clinic. He came up to with Filthy in New Jersey at the end of January. And then the weekend before Tampa, we went to a layout practice with them. And then we went to Tampa.
So who do you guys normally, or who did you practice at the layout practice?
But there was High Rollers D4 was up there. The newbies were up there. Leverage was up there. And TPP crew was up there.
Okay, so the guys who won semi-pro? Yep. Nice. Okay. Wow, I didn't realize they were up there with you guys. Did you get any reps against them?
No, the D4 line didn't, but the D3 was having reps with them all day. But they were mainly scrimmaging leverage.
Okay. And that's that makes Tampa a really good showing for a quick shot, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because the high rollers took second, the TPP took first in their division, and then D3 Filthy took first, right? And spoiler alert, you guys took third. So take us through the prelims. How did the prelims go?
Our first day was Friday. We went 1-1. Our first game, we lost because I got a gross major in the last 60 seconds. It was a
Meyer.
1-point game, and we had to push down the field. It was a close loss. And then the second day, we went 2-0, so our record was 3-1 heading into Sunday.
Okay, so did that get you a bye at all, or no?
Yeah.
No. So how many games did you end up playing on Sunday? Like 5 or 4?
4 games.
4 games? Okay.
Yeah.
What did you guys do in prep for Sunday back at the house? Did you sit around and talk over game plans, watch pro footage? What?
Yeah, we talked about what plays worked and what plays didn't, and just worked around from there to see what we should do heading into Sunday.
Okay. Nice. So you guys, obviously you lost in the quarterfinals, right?
Yes.
Okay. So who was that against?
It was a semifinals. It was versus it was a team that got second. I forgot who they were.
Okay.
It was Gulf Coast Gorillas.
Okay. So how was it coming off of that to have to gear back up and play for third and fourth? Like what adjustments did you guys make?
We tried to put that game behind us and really focus on getting third.
Okay. You got a ton of spins, right?
Yeah.
Like you were out there most points.
Yeah, I
From
think
what
I
I
only
saw.
sat 3 or 4 the whole turn.
Okay. How is that? Because you're coming off kind of 2 separate injuries, right?
Yeah.
Which is kind of like a tough thing to do. You didn't get to play paintball as much in the off season as I know you wanted to.
My first time after my surgery was layout weekend. That was my first time playing since February 2nd.
Okay. And then we broke you out of 3-man, and then we broke you again out of 10-man.
Yeah.
Why do you like playing those Tin Mans? Like you're a younger kid or guy. What about those is fun for you?
It's still competitive, but you can like have more fun with it.
Okay.
That's what I like.
And what do you normally shoot at those?
I usually just shoot my CS3, and when my dad wasn't playing, I was using his mech frame.
Okay. So if Dad's playing, you got to use the normal one, just turn down.
Yeah, just 5.5 semi.
All right. So you've played in this calendar year. Well, in the last 6 months, you've played X Ball, played Mechanical, you played the 3-man X Ball, and then you've played Youth 5-man, right? Because Youth is 5-man. What is your favorite format?
10v10.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
I can have the most fun with it.
So what makes it the most fun for you?
You can play with more the people that you know at one time. Like you're not just limited to 4 other people with you on the field.
Okay. So having all the buddies out there.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. So you kind of took us through Tampa. What how's it, because you're a kid, you're still in school. How is it like traveling to all these places and then coming back home?
It's rough. Really rough. It's exhausting.
So what you got to do to like make that happen as a high school student?
The days we miss for events, they're principal approved, so it doesn't count against us. But we have a deal to where we have to keep good grades, like A's and B's, and we can't have any
Okay.
missing work. So when we get back, what we have to do is make up the work.
All right. How did you guys manage to get that deal with the principal?
I honestly have no clue.
Okay.
Miracle.
Fair enough. It's pretty neat that he's working with you guys, though, to do that. So you didn't go up to Jersey this weekend, right?
But we did last weekend for another harmony.
Okay. What did you guys work on then?
Team-oriented stuff rather than like individuals.
Okay. So all his stuff is really going to be like focused on teamwork and things of that nature then.
Yeah, we did a lot of situations too, like 2-on-3s, 3-on-4s, island
Okay.
drills, stuff like that.
How much paint you guys slinging through when when you're up at those practices
It's a lot. I think it's like 50 to 60 cases.
for the whole team?
Yeah, each day.
Okay. So you're getting through about a pallet in a weekend.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a lot. All right. What are your sponsors this year?
Quick Shot, Speedball, Silver Linings. It's a recovery center up in New Jersey. We're shooting Valken paint, which is surprisingly good. A lot of people don't shoot Valken, but it's actually one of the best paints that I've ever shot.
Okay. And that's it?
Filthy Streetwear is the main one.
Filthy Streetwear. Yep. Okay. So you get to pick your mask and your gun then, right?
Yeah, but pretty much all of us shoot Planet Eclipse and wear JT mask.
Well, why for you? Why do you like those two for you?
JT masks because they're comfortable and you can customize them like pretty much however you want.
Okay.
And I like Planet Eclipse because it's reliable. Like my gun rarely ever goes down.
All right. And you mentioned you're shooting the CS3? Yeah. Okay. What's your JT build look like right now?
I'm wearing the doo-doo brown clears, and then I'm going to try to put smoke clears as the bottoms, like switch those out.
Nice. Any fancy head straps or headbands on it?
The main one I wear, yeah, I just have a filthy strap on it. That's the main one I run.
Nice. Kind of take it. Who's the coach of the team? Because Harmon can't coach at the events,
he can't
obviously.
coach.
So, who's holding the clipboard and making the calls for you guys this year?
It's George. He's the best coach I've ever had. In sound.
Mr. Oysterlin?
Yep.
Yep. Okay. Why you like George?
He just gets straight to the point. Like he doesn't want any of that in between. Like as soon as we come off the field, we go straight to George.
Okay.
Like we hand our guns off and they clean us down, fill us up, and we go straight to George.
All right. So you guys running with a pretty, not big, but like well-run pit crew? Yeah. So who's all on the pit crew?
My dad he's the main one. And then if the D3 line's not playing, like our other lines will help us out in the pits.
So they'll come in and pod and whatnot. Kind of take us through the whole filthy organization. How many national teams are there?
There's 3.
And they are
the youth line, the D3. No, there's 4. The youth line, D3, D.
Okay. So that's a pretty big crew to be running around with.
There's a lot.
Do you guys stay all in one Airbnb or?
No, it's split up between the lines.
So
like
kind of
D4
by
and D3
division.
both had their own.
Okay, nice. And then some of you got so the youth. Are there players that just play the youth, or do they come from the different lines?
I'm pretty sure everyone this year came from different lines.
Okay, so a couple of you guys play on the D5. I take it then. You play on the D4. Anyone else?
Me, Matt, and Landon are all on the D4 line.
Okay, nice. All right. So how did Tampa like stack up compared to the other national events you've done?
Walked on with 2 medals instead of 1 this time.
Okay. How was the venue? Because like it was
Oh, it was
not a
great
new
with
place for paintball, but
the stadium in the background was amazing.
okay. Good ground through all the fields you had to play on and everything.
Yeah, there wasn't any that were really too bad. They were all just fine.
All right. And then you guys had like roads, paving, like down the main stretch, right? Did I see that? How was that? Because you hadn't had that since AC last year, right? Do you like having the road there? Does that make life easier or not really?
I mean, for like carrying, like if you have like a car, it's easier. But other than that, it's really kind of the same.
Is Filthy, when they get there, do they all stay in their own like little area? Like, do you guys set up a tent for all the Filthy teams, or does each team have their own little spot?
All of us stay. We have 2 really big tents that we all stay in.
Okay. What's one of your funnest memories from paintball?
Winning my first NXL event.
Okay. And that was at Atlantic City with the youth line? Okay. Nice. Give me a good memory that doesn't involve playing from a paintball trip.
Cup 23, we went to Universal with my family. That was really fun.
Okay. Nice. So how is it having a dad who used to be, he can't hear me, right? All right, fine. How is it having Okay. All right, well, I'm going to give you your flowers anyways, Chris. How is it having a dad who was like a pretty good player back in the day, kind of taking you to all these things now?
Like he kind of knows how they go. He's not.
All right, you're saying he knows how it goes?
He just knows how it goes, and he's not like he knows what's going on, and that's what helps him run the pits really, because he knows what we need and knows like what the players want.
All right. And how is it like? So people don't know that we know each other, but yeah, how is it getting to play with your brother? Like, would you want to play on another team without him? No. Do you feel like it's made you guys closer at all playing paintball together?
I can tell it's made us a lot closer.
Okay. Just because you guys have the activity to do together and the thing to talk about, or
Yeah.
right, nice. What do you got all these little friends at school? What do they think about you traveling for this paintball thing, man?
They make fun of me and say, "Look, it's the pro paintballer all throughout the day at school."
Okay. All right. So they razz you about it. What about the girlfriend? You still got the girlfriend?
Yeah.
Yeah. What does she think about all this?
She wants to go to one, surprisingly, and then she's gonna
Oh, yeah?
figure out how boring it is to just stand there and watch.
Stand and sit around all day.
Yeah.
No. Got to take her to a local event.
Yeah.
So
We
figure
don't
out.
really
when
do
we can-
those anymore because they're always going to the national ones.
Yeah. Well, we got 10 man. We got the CFOA.
Yeah.
That's
That's
probably
fun
not the
anyway.
one to bring her to, though.
Yeah.
I'll have to find one during the NXL break to go and do, and can do a day trip. How's mom about all this craziness?
I don't really know.
Chris, you want to jump in?
I mean, yeah. Okay. I got it.
Okay.
She's very supportive of it,
All right.
and she's going to Cincinnati with us. Like we're gonna go to Cincinnati. Her and my sister are both going.
Nice. That's yeah, that's middle of the summer, right? So that's kind of easy to do.
That's cool.
Yeah. And then your sister's in like high competitive cheer, right? So you guys if you two aren't gone somewhere, she's gone somewhere, isn't she?
Pretty much.
You guys are just always on the road.
Pretty much. Yeah, that's how it is.
Okay. What do you think is, because there's not a lot of kids that like get the bug like you and your brother did. Why do you think that is? Or what could we do to like the bug for paintball? What do you think we could do to attract more of your peer group into paintball?
They think it's gonna hurt like really bad, and they're scared of that.
Okay.
So I think just getting them to try it really. because after I realize it doesn't hurt so bad, maybe they'll want to go out again.
So have fields maybe do like more youth days
Yeah,
and
where it's
stuff like
just the
that?
kids.
Okay, that's a good idea. What load are you rocking?
I'm using a Spire 4 right now.
Okay. Say right now, are you looking to get something else?
We're probably going to trade it and try to get a Spire 5.
Okay. Chris, talk to me after this. Why you like the Spires over like the rotor and stuff?
It's just what I've always used, and I just don't really feel like switching it up because
Okay.
my first loader was a Spire, and I just stayed with it.
All right. Good brand loyalty then. So what has been your favorite filthy jersey since you guys do a different jersey every event?
The one that's right here, this is the Atlantic City jersey, or the one that you have back there, the Tampa jersey.
All right. Nice. I was going to flip it around, but then when we scheduled this, I was like, I got to keep his name in the background. What is one thing you would change about paintball if you could? Be it a format thing or anything but cost. Everyone wants it cheaper.
More out to the public, like not just for people that are already into it. Like bring in things for people that want to start trying.
Okay.
Like
So
have
have
a
it,
rec NXL or something like that.
Okay. All right. What is your worst time you've had at an event?
How would it be World Cup? Oh yeah, whenever I got second at World Cup.
Okay. Thank God he didn't say the pinky.
I've only broke
What
it 4 times. At least it wasn't
Only
5.
4 times. You handle it like a champ, though.
2 of those times were with you.
Yeah. That is not a good batting average for me. Oh, all right. You've never reffed, have you?
No, I ref the Toys for Tots.
Okay. All right. So, what is your least favorite thing about reffing? Or do you have any good stories from reffing?
I was reffing. No, the worst thing about reffing is that people are always trying to hide stuff from me.
Okay. That's a good one.
I cheat a lot. I realize that.
All right. And did you only ref that 1 year or did you ref it 2 years?
No, I've only reffed it 1 year.
Okay. It's because someone took you and broke your pinky.
I wonder who that was.
I blame Bryant. So would you rather get second or would you rather get third if you can't get first? Third? Okay. Why third?
You have to work harder for it. And second place, you're just the first loser.
All right. Fair enough.
I don't like second place.
Third, at least you can go out on a win too.
Yeah. You don't go out on a loss.
So tell me about Don, the owner of the team.
Don's pretty much the reason that like Filthy runs the way it is. He makes it easy for us. He basically does everything for us. He gets the Airbnbs for us. He makes sure we have everything we need for events. Yeah, he owns Quickshot Speedball, and he recently got new turf done. So he makes sure the fields are always nice for us. He just makes sure that everything's the best for us.
Was that turf in when you went up there this last time?
Yeah, we were the first people to play on it. Like I had just finished getting done.
Nice. So you liked it? It was good?
Yeah, it was nice.
Okay. Not super slick like a field we won't talk about in the southeast. Okay. All right. And he did it all, right? Like he pulled. Was that an existing turf field?
Yeah, it was already existing.
Okay, so he pulled it all up, recompacted and leveled, and
They
then
raise it off the ground too, so that way the water would flow through it easily.
Okay.
So like the water doesn't stick to it.
So it's not like at some of these fields where you'll slide into a puddle that you don't even see.
Yeah.
Good drainage. How many fields do they got out there at Quick Shot?
2 different fields. They're both turf.
Okay. And is it just speedball? Like, is there a rec
No,
side
there's no
to it?
rec. It's just straight speedball.
Okay, that's pretty unique. You only see that in a couple places. So what's your favorite thing about being on like a factory team? Since you're essentially a factory team for Filthy Streetwear.
Yeah. There's always people around to help you and give you knowledge and tips on what you need to be doing.
What about the gear? Do you get gear before it gets released to the public?
Sad no.
Okay. What do you mean yes and no? Like sometimes, but not always?
Yeah.
And then you guys also are associated with the Wrecking Crew, right?
Yes.
So yeah, just take it away. Go for it.
We had Splitty and Tall Stevie both up there helping us at the first one, and then we had Splitty up there last weekend helping us too.
Okay.
They both help us out a lot.
And that's kind of like their home field? Yeah. They don't practice there for events. They go down to
They go out
Bandage.
with their team. Yeah.
Okay.
They go down to Florida.
Who else? Who coaches the D3 line?
George does D3 Andy.
Okay, so he's pulling double duty.
It's a lot of work for him.
Yeah. Okay, so who was coaching you guys while you were playing? Because D3 and the D4 were playing for their medals essentially at the same time. So was George with you or with the D3 guys?
George was with D3, and we had Splitty coaching us because
Okay,
Wrecking
so
Crew was already done for that day. So he was with us.
Okay, nice. So Splitty came in and helped out. How is that kind of, how is it, or was there like a change from Splitty coaching to George coaching? Like, do they just have different attitudes towards it, or they're pretty
I mean,
seamless with it?
They both knew what had to be done, and they just told us what to do and how to do it. They were both pretty much on the same page.
Have you guys gone back and watched your matches from the event yet that were televised? Yeah.
I did it basically as soon as I got back.
Okay, nice. Do you guys do any like intel sessions with the team where like you'll go over those?
Not really.
No. Okay. Get my list here. What is something in paintball you have not done that you want to do?
You want
I'm already a winner, Dad.
win an NXL season, like for the whole season.
Okay, nice. That's a good answer. So take me through your first World Cup and how that was. Okay, so tell us about your first NXL, which was World Cup 2023, right?
Yeah. So I played Youth
So-
5v5 and Mounds 5v5.
Didn't you play 7 too? I thought you played 7-man too. Or
That
maybe
was
that's why
Colin.
Youth was going on. Okay.
Yeah, it was while Youth
Colin's.
was going on, so I couldn't do that.
So how was that?
The Mounds was really fun. I remember that. If I could, I would still be doing it, like if I had the time. But I'm playing 2 different divisions right now.
What's one more? We'll sneak you on for the Friday. Can't be that busy on Friday, right?
No, there's only 2 games in.
Yeah, so and then the Beach Bandits were coached by who? Yeah. Okay. How was that? Like, that was your first like pro coach?
Yeah, and I'd been with him before because he came down for one of the URPLs, and he was the first pro that I ever met.
Okay.
So he's always been like one of my favorite players.
Nice.
And then having a coach of me was just fun and exciting.
Okay. He hooked you guys up, didn't he? Like he got y'all t-shirts or something?
Yeah, he got the whole team an HK t-shirt.
Nice.
It was the event shirt for 2023.
Okay. What's fun outside of Yaya and Tyler? Who's like a player you look up to, or like you like studying their style?
Chris Shear.
Okay, what about Chris Shear? Other Carolina guy?
Yeah, he plays up in North Carolina. It's just how he plays. I just like like his play style and the way he thinks.
Someone else was texting me. Well, you should definitely take a page out of his book and go to law school and then play paintball. What do you have any like habits or like good luck things you got to do before an event or a piece of gear you always have to wear?
Gloves.
Gloves?
I always
Okay.
have to wear. If I don't wear gloves, I play horrible. I don't know why.
Any gloves in particular that you prefer?
No, just any. Well, the ones I normally use are just Gorilla Grip gloves, but just any
Okay.
gloves. Like, I don't know why. It's just weird.
No other piece of gear you got to keep on though? Nope. Okay, cool. So Don pretty much takes care of everything for you guys, doesn't he? So you guys really just got to show up and play.
Don does a lot for Filthy.
I'm going to let you do something that I haven't had anyone else do, but they do on other podcasts. What you get to ask the next guest a question. What do you want to ask them?
You know who it's going to be yet?
I know who it is. I'm not telling you though. I'll tell you it's someone you know.
Are they in South Carolina or North? Are they in the Carolinas?
They're a Carolina team or Carolina-based player, and you've played with him more than once. It can be anything. Anything. It doesn't even have to be paintball related.
Does that have to be PG?
At least PG.
What's your
Got
favorite
one?
layout? What's your favorite layout?
Okay, favorite layout.
And why?
Okay. That guy has played a lot, so he'll have a lot to pull from. What is your favorite layout and why, though? Now you gotta answer your own question.
It was definitely the Tampa layout. I just love the snake, like the way the snake played.
Okay.
It wasn't just a straight line snake. There was things that there was outside bunkers and inside bunkers.
So you've kind of, in the recent years, you've started to kind of specialize in the snake. What about snake play is it that you like so much?
Just the aggressiveness. It's easier to be aggressive because if you're on the ground and crawling, there's snake beams to like help block you out. Like in a Dorito, there's gaps, but in the snake, you can just be aggressive.
Do you prefer snake over Dorito side now?
Yeah. If I'm playing, I prefer to be on the snake side pretty much
Okay.
every single time.
Nice. You prefer the snake one or
Yeah, the one.
yeah? You want those 5-packs, huh?
Yep.
How many 4 or plus packs did you get in Tampa, you think?
4 or 5.
4 or 5? Wow. Okay. You really were stealing people's lunch money. Those poor children. What's been your favorite pro to meet so far?
I like that.
Okay. I'll allow it this time. What is one pro you haven't got to meet that you'd like to meet?
Keith Brown.
Okay. Why?
Because he's an aggressive snake player.
Okay. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense. So the next guy's going to be Josh Conley. Just FYI.
I got another question for him.
Okay. You want another one for him? I'll allow it. What do you want to ask him?
Tell him I want a tattoo.
Yeah. When can Meyer get his tattoo? Sending that link straight to your mom. All right. So, all right. This one's from your dad, so I'm going to ask it. How is it playing with your dad's friends from 20 years ago? Now that we're all old and you got to carry us into second places. You enjoy it? Don't enjoy it?
Yeah, I enjoy it. It's a lot of fun.
Okay.
But I always have to play the one because you're not built for that anymore.
Nope. Hey, I got a second place as the one now, recently.
Oh, yeah. Most of y'all can't play the one.
How is it when you get to play with like dad and your brother, and we'll even throw in your funkles?
There's just a lot of chemistry because my funkles and my brother and my dad, I've been playing paintball with since I started.
Okay. Good answer. How terrified was your mom to allow you to go to an event with just the funkles?
She actually wasn't that bad. She wasn't scared too bad. Obviously,
Okay.
you broke my pinky, so
I mean, I attest that you were sent to us damaged.
partially damaged.
Yeah. There was previous wear on that part. So how is the pinky and the collarbone holding up?
They're completely
fine?
fine now. I don't even
Okay.
notice them anymore.
Okay.
I just have a big scar on my pinky, and that's it.
No cool scar on the collarbone? Did they do anything for that? Or
No,
did
they
they
just had to let it rest and heal.
Okay. Just put it back into place. Nice. What is one event you want to go to that you haven't got to yet?
Like an area,
It could be an area or like a scenario event or ICPL or whatever.
definitely an ICPL.
Okay. You got
Competitive
anyone
10
in
man.
particular you want to go to? No.
Any of them.
Just more 10 man, right?
Yeah, the more 10 men, the
More
better.
10 man. I'm so proud of you. The youth knows where it's at. Okay, so at 10 man, in between like a hybrid field, a hyperball field, and a mounds field, which one are you looking forward to playing the most and why? The woods?
Yeah, you
Why
can
you
just
like
get
the woods?
you can just get lost in the woods.
Okay.
You can come around on people.
All right, like the woods. Did pretty well on those woods, that little hybrid field.
I got a 6-pack versus
did, didn't you?
versus NRG Elite.
Yeah, take that. 30 more seconds is all we needed on that field. So we're almost at an hour, buddy. So let's wrap it up with shouting out the sponsors and all that again.
So the main sponsor.
You know what? Before we do that, this is what I want to do with you. I want you to run through the whole squad, the whole D4 squad. I'm gonna pull up your APA real quick. I'm gonna say their name, and then you say something you associate with them. All right,
George.
Coach George.
He's a leader. He knows what needs to be done.
Nick.
Oh, that's Rooster. Okay. He has a nickname, and we don't really call him Nick. I forgot.
Rooster looks very different in his APA photo, by the way, than
Really?
he actually looks. Yeah. I won't put it up there just because it's his whole name. So Rooster,
For Rooster, I would put crazy. He's like he's willing to try anything. Like he'll
Okay.
do anything on the field.
Joey.
He's a leader.
All right. Julian.
He's funny, really funny.
Okay. Landon.
He's short, really short.
Okay. Ed. Edon. Yeah, Edon.
That's another one of those. That's crazy. He's done a lot of crazy things on the field.
All right. Oh my God. How am I guess? Lamb. George's son. No, that's not George's son.
Oh, Liam.
That's how you
Yeah.
say that.
He's a good teammate.
All right. Liam, good teammate. Like it. Colin.
Nice.
Come on.
Okay, I got it.
All right, Colin.
He's a really good too. Like if you're gonna have someone behind you, he's a good person to have behind you.
Mahoney.
He's one of the funniest people.
All right.
He's aggressive, which is really good for the D side.
And the big guy himself, Don.
Communicator. He's really good at communicating.
He is really good at communicating. If you can't hear his voice, there's something wrong with you. All right. Well, let's shout out the sponsors, man.
All right. Filthy Streetwear. That's one of the best brands in the game. And then we got Quick Shot Speedball. Great field. New turf. It's really well taken care of. And then we got Valken, which is really good paint.
Awesome. All right. And with that, anything else you want to say before we end this?
Good.
All right. Cool. We'll see you next time.
Thanks for tuning in to the Planet Paintball podcast. We hope you enjoyed today's episode. Whether you're out there grinding in the divisional pits or chasing dreams on the pro stage, remember, it's all about the passion, the hustle, and the love for the sport. Shout out to 1023 Sportswear for sponsoring the show. Don't forget to use code PlanetPaintball at checkout for 20% off your order. Gear up, save big. Until next time, keep grinding, keep growing, and we'll see you back here on the Planet Paintball podcast